Hello and welcome. Welcome to Spark and Speak, the channel that helps you grow your mind, your words, and your life. Today, we are going to talk about something that almost every person in the world is afraid of. Something that makes people nervous. Something that makes people shake. Something that makes people want to run away and hide. What is that thing? Speaking in front of other people. Maybe you have felt it before. Maybe you had to speak in class, or at work, or in a meeting, and your heart started to beat very fast. Your hands became wet. Your mind went completely blank. You opened your mouth, and nothing came out. If this happened to you, I want you to know one thing. You are not alone, and you are not broken. This fear is one of the most common fears in the entire world. Research shows that more people are afraid of public speaking than they are afraid of death. Yes, death. But here is the most important thing I want to say to you today. Public speaking is not a gift that only some people are born with. It is a skill, and like every skill, you can learn it, practice it, and master it. That is what today's video is all about. By the time this video ends, you will understand exactly how to become a confident and powerful speaker, step by step. So take a deep breath, sit back, and let's begin. Section 2. Why Public Speaking Changes Your Life. Part A. The Power of Your Voice. Before we talk about how to speak, let us first talk about why it matters so much. Think about this. Every great leader in history used their voice to change the world. Every teacher who ever inspired a student used their words. Every person who got a better job or made a new friend or solved a big problem, they used the power of speaking. Your voice is one of the most powerful tools you have, but many people never use it well. They stay quiet when they have good ideas. They let others speak for them. They say, "I am not good at speaking." And then they stop trying. But what if I told you that your silence is costing you? It is costing you opportunities. It is costing you connections. It is costing you the life you could be living. The world moves forward on the strength of ideas, and ideas need a voice. Part B. What happens when you can speak well? Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine two people. They both have the same education. They both work hard. They both have great ideas. But one person can speak clearly and confidently in front of others. The other person stays quiet, even when they know the answer. Who do you think gets promoted at work? Who gets chosen as a leader? Who makes the bigger impact? The person who speaks. This is not fair, I know, but it is true, and knowing this truth can help you make a decision right now. You can decide to learn this skill. You can decide that your voice matters. You can decide that the world needs to hear what you have to say. Part C. You already have what you need here is something beautiful. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need a big vocabulary. You do not need to sound like someone from a movie. You just need to be honest. You need to be clear. And you need to practice. Some of the greatest speakers in history were simple people with simple words, but they spoke from the heart. And that is what people remember. People forget what you said, but they never forget how you made them feel. So, your goal is not to sound perfect. Your goal is to connect, and connection is something every single human being can do. Section 3. Understanding your fear. Part A. What fear really is. Before you can beat your fear, you need to understand it. When you stand up to speak in front of people, something interesting happens in your body. Your brain sends a warning signal. It says, "Danger. Eyes are watching you. Do not make a mistake." Your heart beats faster. Your body gets ready to fight or run away. This is called the fight or flight response. But here is the secret that most people do not know. This feeling is not your enemy. This feeling is energy. The nervousness you feel before speaking, that same energy can become excitement. It can make you more alert. It can make you speak with more passion. The most experienced speakers in the world still get nervous before they speak. The difference is, they use the nervousness. They do not run from it. Part B. The three big fears. Let us look at the three most common fears people have about public speaking. Fear number 1. The fear of judgment. What if people laugh at me? What if they think I am stupid? This is the biggest fear. We all care about what others think. That is normal. But here is the truth. Most people in the audience are not your enemies. They are just people. They are hoping you do well. They are not sitting there waiting for you to fail. In fact, most people in an audience are secretly thinking, I'm glad I am not the one speaking right now. They respect you for trying. Fear number 2. The fear of forgetting. What if I forget everything? What if my mind goes blank? This happens to almost everyone, but guess what? The audience rarely notices. They do not know what you plan to say. If you pause, take a breath, and continue, they will think it was on purpose. And we will teach you exactly how to handle this situation in a moment. Fear number 3. The fear of looking nervous. What if people can see that I am shaking? What if my voice sounds weak? Here is something interesting. Studies show that speakers almost always feel more nervous than they look. You feel the fear on the inside, but the outside looks much calmer than you think. Your fear is far louder inside your head than it is visible to the world. Part C. The real root of fear. Now let me tell you something deeper. Something that most people never realize. The real reason we are afraid to speak is not because speaking is dangerous. The real reason is this: we care too much about ourselves. We are thinking about, how do I look? What do people think of me? Did I make a mistake? But great speakers think about something completely different. They think about their audience. They think, how can I help this person? What do they need to hear? How can I make their life better with my words? The moment you shift your focus from yourself to your audience, the fear begins to disappear because now you are not performing, you are serving. Section 4. The Foundations of Great Speaking. Foundation 1. Clarity. The first foundation of great public speaking is clarity. This means speak so that people understand you easily. Many people make the mistake of trying to sound smart. They use big words. They speak very fast. They try to say everything at once. But the best speakers do the opposite. They keep it simple. They speak slowly. They say one thing at a time. Think about the last time someone explained something to you very clearly. How did it feel? It felt good, right? It felt like a gift. That is what you can give your audience, the gift of clarity. Here is a simple rule. If a 10-year-old child cannot understand what you are saying, it is too complicated. Simplify your message. Use short sentences. Speak as if you are talking to a friend. Foundation 2. Confidence. The second foundation is confidence. But I want to explain something important. Confidence is not the same as perfection. Confidence does not mean you never make mistakes. Confidence does not mean you always know the right words. Confidence simply means, I believe I have something worth saying, and I am going to say it. You build confidence the same way you build muscle. You use it. You practice. You fail a little. You get back up. You try again. And slowly, you get stronger. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build, one speech at a time. One very powerful trick to build confidence quickly is called power posing. Before you speak, stand tall. Put your shoulders back. Take a deep breath. Hold your head high. Research shows that your body position affects your mindset. When you stand like a confident person, you start to feel like one. Foundation 3. Connection. The third foundation is connection. This is the most beautiful part of public speaking. A speech is not a performance. A speech is a conversation, even when only one person is talking. To connect with your audience, you need to do a few things. First, look at people, not at the wall, not at your notes, not at the floor. Look into the eyes of real human beings. When you look at someone, they feel seen. They feel that you are talking to them personally. Second, use stories. Human beings love stories. We are wired for them. When you tell a real story, people stop checking their phones. They lean forward. They listen. Third, use pauses. Silence is powerful. When you say something important, stop. Let the words land. Let the audience think. A well-placed pause says, "What I just said matters. Take a moment." Foundation 4. Content. The fourth foundation is content. What you actually say. Every great speech has a simple structure. Remember these 3 words. Tell, teach, touch. Tell the audience what you are going to talk about. Give them a clear map at the start. Teach. Give them the real information. The lessons. The examples. The steps. Touch. End with something emotional. Something that stays in their heart after they leave. This simple structure works for any speech, whether it is 2 minutes or 2 hours. Section 5. Practical steps to improve. Step 1. Start small. The best way to improve at public speaking is to start small. Very small. Do not wait until you have a big presentation at work. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Start practicing now. In small, safe ways. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Stand in front of the mirror every morning and speak for 1 minute. Talk about your day. Talk about your plans. Talk about anything. This feels strange at first, but it is one of the best exercises in the world. You see yourself speaking. You notice your face, your hands, your expressions. You learn about yourself. Step 2. Record yourself. The second step is to record yourself speaking. Use your phone. Just press record and speak for 2 or 3 minutes about any topic. Then, and this is important, watch yourself. Most people hate watching themselves speak, but that discomfort is exactly where the growth happens. You will notice things. Maybe you say too much. Maybe you look down too often. Maybe you speak too fast. Once you see the problem, you can fix it. Record yourself every week. Watch how you improve month by month. You will be amazed. Step 3. Join a group or community. The third step is to find other people who are also learning. Practice with them. There are groups all over the world called Toastmasters. These are friendly, safe groups of people who meet regularly to practice public speaking. They support each other. They give kind feedback. They celebrate progress. If there is no group near you, start your own. Even if it is just 2 or 3 friends who want to improve their speaking, meet once a week. Take turns speaking. Help each other grow. When you practice in front of real people, even just your friends, the growth is much faster than practicing alone. Step 4. Read out loud every day. This is one of the most powerful and most underused exercises. Read out loud every single day. Take any book, any article, any paragraph, and read it out loud as if you are speaking to an audience. Use different tones. Change your speed. Practice pausing for effect. This exercise does 2 things at the same time. It improves your speaking, and it improves your English. Your vocabulary grows, your pronunciation improves, your confidence with words increases. Just 15 minutes of reading out loud every day can transform your speaking in a few months. Step 5. Study great speakers. The 5th step is to learn from the best. Watch great speeches. Study them carefully. Go to YouTube and watch TED Talks. Watch great teachers, leaders, and communicators. Notice how they use their hands. Notice how they pause. Notice how they pause. Notice how they tell stories. Do not copy them, but let them teach you. Take one thing you admire from each speaker and practice that one thing yourself. The fastest learners in any field are those who learn from others who have already mastered it. Step 6. Embrace your mistakes. The 6th step, and maybe the most important one, is to embrace your mistakes. You will mess up. You will forget your words. You will say the wrong thing. You will speak too fast or too slow. This is not a sign that you are failing. This is proof that you are trying. Every expert was once a beginner. Every master was once a mess. The people who master public speaking are not the ones who never made mistakes. They are the ones who made mistakes and kept going anyway. Every time you mess up and continue, you send a powerful message to your own brain. I am stronger than this fear. And over time, that message becomes the truth. Section 6. Advanced Techniques. Technique 1. The power of storytelling. We talked about stories earlier. Now let us go deeper. The best stories in speeches have a simple format. They have a problem, a struggle, and the lesson. Tell the audience about a time when things were hard. Describe the struggle honestly, then share what you learned from it. This format works because every human being has experienced struggle. When you share yours, people feel close to you. They trust you. You do not need to share a perfect story. You need to share a real one. Real stories connect. Perfect stories feel fake. Technique 2. Using your voice like an instrument. Your voice is an instrument, and like a musical instrument, it can be played in many ways. Volume. Speak louder when you want to create energy. Speak softer when you want people to lean in and listen closely. Speed. Speak faster when you are excited. Slow down when something is very important. Tone. Let your voice show emotion. Speak with warmth, with passion, with kindness. When you use your voice well, people feel your words, not just hear them. Practice this at home. Read a sentence in 5 different ways. Angry, sad, excited, calm, curious. Notice how a change in voice completely changes the meaning. Technique 3. Managing nervousness in the moment. Even after practice, you may still feel nervous before a big speech. Here are 3 quick tools to use in that moment. Tool 1. Breathe. Before you speak, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2 counts. Breathe out slowly for 6 counts. This calms your nervous system in just 30 seconds. Tool 2. Arrive early. Get to the room before your audience. Stand at the front. Touch the table, the podium, the microphone. Make the space feel familiar. Your brain will feel safer when the moment comes. Tool 3. Talk to people before you speak. Shake hands, say hello, make small talk with 1 or 2 people in the audience. When you see friendly faces in the crowd, the room stops feeling scary. Technique 4. The rule of 3. One of the oldest and most powerful secrets in communication is called the rule of 3. Human brains love groups of 3. 3 reasons, 3 steps, 3 examples. When you say, there are 3 things I want to share with you today, people immediately feel organized. They know what to expect. They feel comfortable. Use the rule of 3 in your introductions, your main points, and your conclusions. It makes your speech feel complete, balanced, and memorable. Section 7. The deeper lesson. We have covered a lot today, but before we end, I want to share the deepest lesson of this video. Public speaking is really about courage. Not the courage to be perfect, not the courage to never be afraid, but the courage to show up, even when you are scared. The courage to open your mouth, even when your voice shakes. The courage to say, my words have value. My story matters. I will speak. Every time you do that, you grow a little. Your confidence grows. Your voice grows stronger. Your life begins to change. Because when you master your voice, something magical happens. People listen to you more. They trust you more. They follow your leadership. Opportunities open. Doors that were closed begin to open. The world is run by those who show up and speak. Be one of them. You have a voice. You have stories. You have wisdom. The world is waiting to hear it. Do not wait until you are ready. You will never feel fully ready. Start before you are ready and become ready through action. Section 8. Call to action. And that, my friend, is the end of today's video. I want to say something to you before you go. If this video helped you today even just a little, I want you to do one simple thing. Go and practice. Right now, today, not tomorrow, today. Stand in front of a mirror. Record yourself for 2 minutes. Read a paragraph out loud. Speak to a friend. Take one small step, and then another, and another. And if you want more videos like this one, videos that help you grow, learn, and become the best version of yourself, then subscribe to Spark and Speak. Subscribe to Spark and Speak. Oh. On this channel, we make videos that are easy to understand, powerful to hear, and useful in your everyday life. Every video is designed to help you with two things at the same time, to improve your life and to improve your English. So if you are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. Ring the bell so you never miss a new video. And share this video with one person who needs to hear it today. Because sharing is caring. And this message, that your voice matters, that message deserves to reach as many people as possible. I believe in you. I believe in your voice. And I will see you in the next video. Spark and Speak. Ignite your voice. Change your life.